helpful tips and facts to get pregnant quickly. This video is supplement to the three other earlier videos on how to get pregnant fast and easy. Scientists have found that eating a big breakfast could boost your chances of conceiving. Missionary position is best for getting pregnant. Do lay low right after intercourse. Lie in bed with your feet in the air after having sex to increase your chances of getting pregnant. It's good advice to lay in bed for 10 to 15 minutes after intercourse, but you don't need your feet in the air, Goldfarb says. Your pelvis does not move when you put your legs in the air. Don't go to the bathroom during this time either, he says. If you wait 10 to 15 minutes, the sperm that is going to get into the cervix will be in the cervix. This way you are helping the sperm fertilize your egg. Avoid trans fats. Women who ate foods containing higher amounts of trans fats, animal proteins and carbohydrates, among other dietary factors, were more likely to have an ovulation problems cause infertility in about 20% of women seeking help in becoming pregnant. The researchers concluded that a majority of such cases may be preventable by adjusting diet and lifestyle. Consume choline. Choline is a nutrient that helps reduce harmful gene effects that may result in birth defects. Egg yolks are rich in choline, only beef liver contains more. Cauliflower is the highest choline-containing veggie. Stay fluid. When you don't drink enough water, your cervical fluid, the stuff that helps the sperm find the target egg, becomes sluggish. The same goes for a man's ejaculate fluid. Drink enough water so that your urine is a light yellow color. Cut caffeine. High caffeine intake interferes with conception. Once you're pregnant, caffeine also crosses the placenta and can affect the fetus and even cause miscarriage. Stop smoking. Smoking cigarettes can impair both a woman's and a man's fertility.
At the start of the menstrual cycle, a cohort of follicles starts to grow, but generally only one continues to develop. This follicle is referred to as the dominant follicle. In its interior, the follicle contains an immature oocyte. This follicle increases in size by 1 to 2 millimeters per day. The follicle produces estrogen and causes the lining of the uterus, the endometrium, to thicken. Around day 12 to 14 of the cycle, the follicle has grown to the size of about 21 millimeters. The rupture of the follicle ensues, which is called ovulation, and the mature ovule is released. The fallopian tube's fimbriae move towards the ovary and catch the oocyte that stays near the ampullary zone of the tube, waiting to be fertilized. If sexual intercourse occurs, the semen deposited in the vagina starts its ascension into the tube and the sperm eventually arrive at the oocyte. One of these will succeed in penetrating into the interior of the oocyte. One day following fertilization, a cell with 2 nuclei is observed, at which point in time it is called an embryo, and it begins to divide itself. 2 days after fertilization, the embryo is made up of 2 to 4 cells and moves along the tube in the direction of the uterus. At the end of 4 days, the embryo continues to divide itself, at which point it is called the morula, and the interior of the embryo has an area filled with liquid, and this is called the blastocyst. The blastocyst migrates to the uterus and sheds the surrounding membrane, process of hatching, and the embryo begins to implant in the endometrium of the uterus.